Hello, everyone, and welcome back to D&D&D&D&D campaign number 2 of Black Ink and Blue Blood. When we last left off, the party successfully managed to save the city of Chilblains, fighting off the infectious monsters, both of their own making and naturally occurring. Mm-hmm. And with a bit of persuasion of Lord Ephemeral, the party managed to distribute a cure for the Adamic plague, and in exchange for a sample of the Ichor virus, Lord Ephemeral has agreed to help reinforce the slightly wounded militia of Sundragon and help bolster you guys' march to reinforce your allies to the south and get Caleb and Zephyr back home. But seeing as a city has been saved and deals have been negotiated with minimal bloodshed, there is a party on the horizon, as Lucien's birthday is right around the corner. So, as everyone returns to their luxury accommodations with their various entertainment,
best 30 gold ever spent.
We will pick back up. Tuco. As the sun begins to rise over the city of Chilblains, it is, given that you're in the desert, a bit unseasonably warm for the time, but nothing that is incredibly uncomfortable for you. And as you awaken, your entertainment is still present. Is there anything you'd like to say or do before going out to find the others?
Is the girl in his room still with him?
Yes, that's what I was saying. Your entertainment's still here.
Yeah, no. To which Tuco, after as presumably having had lots of fun, would look to her and just calmly say, with an actual serious tone, "Seriously, hon. If you ever need any more cures, you always know where to find me."
She looks a little surprised, but after a bit of consideration gives a smile and, "Thank you. I will hope that it's not just empty flattery."
No. And that's like a legitimate moment of him just kind of looking her up and down before. I wasn't kidding. I might be an underling, but I'm still at the heart and my core. I'm still that species that believes that everyone is family.
She gives a smile, and, "Oh, to be the fool that falls in love."
Love. That's a funny word for it. With a smile.
Well,
take care of yourself.
Of course, sir. And if you ever have need of my services again, or simply need an ear, you can always find me at the Lord's side.
Yeah, I bet I will. There's again a moment of pause before I made it. Take care of yourself, lass.
Always. And you as well, sir.
And yeah, with that, he bids her a bow, tosses her a coin, and heads out to meet the rest of his friends.
As the two of you part, and go ahead.
And the minute he's out the door, he goes from a serious, kind of somber moment to, "All right, who's ready to fucking party?"
All right. Anything noteworthy from the rest of you as you awaken?
I do want one thing, so I'll let everybody go first.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll have one thing I want to do after I wake up.
Okay. Anyone else?
Caleb was going to do his normal thing.
Yeah, this is in the morning. You have something you'd like to do? what's is? What do you have on your agenda?
Well, I was probably going to interfere with Amanda's, but he wants to go find Sun Dragon.
Okay. In that case, we'll start with her, and then I'll let you know when you arrive. Lucien, as you awaken a little bit before the queen, as you've gathered, she's a bit of a late riser, despite the.
Let her sleep.
All right.
I'm much more disciplined, I find.
That and being biologically conditioned to sleep half the length that a human does at the best of times.
I'll just kind of like tuck her in and make sure that she's nice and warm and cozy before leaving the bed.
All right. I'll say
I'm gonna get dressed, and I want to head into town to find an outfit to party in.
Okay. In that case, as you head out of your room and start making your way into town, as you arrive and give a knock, there's a bit of a shuffle on the other side of the door before the door is opened by Queen Sundragon, who looks kind of disheveled and tired, but does give you a smile when she sees you. And yeah, what's up?
Sorry to wake you. I know we sleep a bit shorter time than you do. But
is it just an adventure thing, or?
Us elves, we only need about 4 hours to sleep.
That doesn't explain the rest of you. Anyway, what do you need?
I wanted to go over a few birthday present ideas for Lucy.
All right. What'd you have in mind?
So, I'm wanting to get her a pet bird because she turned her familiar, that's usually a cat, into a bird, even though she doesn't like doing that. So I figured if we got her a bird, and I could go find a magic shop so I can get her a spell to commune with said bird, that she wouldn't have to use her cat again for that.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I know there's shops around here that sell that kind of stuff. So what? Do you want me to go get it for you, or?
Oh no, I was gonna fund it. I'm gonna let you give it to her if that's okay with you. That way, it's a gift from both of us to her.
There's no need for that. I've already gotten her something. It's a little improvised, but I didn't exactly have time to prepare before we set out on the march. And unlike the rest of my family, I don't think the gift of a weapon will have the same meaning it normally does.
Yeah, fair enough.
Besides, I think you need the goodwill more than I do.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll let you get back to sleep then.
Yeah, I'll see you in town. Tell everyone else I said hi, and tell Lulu I said happy birthday.
Will do.
And she just shuts and locks the door so she can go back to bed.
One thing that Caleb was going to do during the day.
Okay, what are you going to do?
He wants to... This is a trading town, and so there's probably a lot of traders, and if there's one thing... You know, traders are good at selling goods, but they're also good at knowing things.
I sell things and know things. Very true. Okay, so...
He wants to see if he can't learn any information about... Because it's also this is fairly close to Badra right now, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a walk, but yeah, I like to Badra is within a reasonable distance.
It's close enough that traders have probably passed through the area.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's fair. You'll have to ask them, but yeah, that's reasonable.
I want to know what has gone on there since the ball.
Okay. All right, so...
Because if I remember right, the last thing he remembers is that they were captive by the Concord, right?
Yes.
So he wants to know basically what has happened with Tebadra and specifically the royalty of Tebadra since then.
Okay, noted. All right, so you're gonna hit up you and What's are gonna hit up the shops. Zephyr, I know you were discussing some plans with me behind the scenes. Do you want to go about doing that now or later?
I'll do it later.
Okay. Caro, anything from you? All right, we'll come back to you.
Hello? She's asking something?
I was asking Caro something, but it appears they are occupied. All right. In that case, Tuco, rising early and getting into the lobby. It doesn't take long before one by one your comrades start to file out. Caleb and What's-Is seem intent on going to the shopping district. And Zephyr, Caro, and Lucien do not seem to have a core objective in mind. So unless any of you have something you need from What's-Is and Caleb, the two of them are going to head out and do their shopping, and the rest of you are gathered in the lobby. I
did want to go look for a birthday outfit. There's a specific dress that I want to go and get for my birthday.
Okay. So Lucien's going to go do some clothes shopping. Anything from the rest of you, or are you guys just going to kind of meander and chill?
Well, seeing Tuco, I'll invite him if he wants to come with.
You bet your sweet ass I want to go shopping.
All right.
So like you
I've
said,
never gone shopping with other than Caro, so that should be fun.
Don't embarrass me.
Me embarrass you.
He looks you up and down. Yeah, you embarrass me.
She kind of flips her hair.
All right, Zephyr, what will you be doing?
robbing the city blind.
No. He has had no plan on doing that. At least not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Yeah, just like, I would never do that. Not right now.
I would never do that now. Yeah.
Only when it benefits him.
Yeah, of course. You're getting it now.
Or if he gets a bigger benefit by doing that than the benefit of not.
All right, so what you doing, Zeph?
He does eventually want to talk to Sun Dragon, but
Go wake her up!
Nah.
I dare you!
you imply it.
I already did.
Well, she probably went back to sleep, so. But I don't need to talk to her right now, so. I'll go look for Caleb. That's something I want to do for him.
Okay. All right, and Caro, are you back with us, or?
Yes, I'll go to the lake, actually.
All right, so Caro's heading to the lake. Zephyr, Caleb, and What's-Is doing some shopping on one side of town. Tuco and Lucien on the other. All right, so we'll do a little bit of round robin of a little round robin shopping episode.
I already know what I want.
Yeah, I would hope so, because we've discussed this.
Yeah.
I don't do shopping lists. All right, just a second to swap up the music here.
No, and I like looking at lists.
Yeah, I mean, it's helpful. The problem is, it's just, it could be like, try to set up a list for each town. It's going to be a lot.
Zephyr, finding Caleb in a crowd can be difficult at the best of times, but luckily What's-Is sticks out like a metallic thumb. So it doesn't take you too long. Well, I mean, you're both shopping, and Lucien's going that way, so I just figured you guys would be in the same area. If you deliberately want to go alone, then all right.
I need to know all this.
Zephyr, catching up to the hulking elvish colonel, you see your brother kind of break away from him and start heading into town, kind of browsing around at the docks. And you find your brother. Caleb, you see Zephyr approaching you.
He stabs him in the back. No. This thing Zephyr does, because Zephyr's like, man, I haven't stabbed anyone in the back in a while. He stab people in the back too. Which book is that? I don't have any background music.
No, Ever's playing around with the software, I'm guessing. Yeah, anyways, go ahead, you two.
Well, considering that we are about to go back home, I thought it'd be best to try and figure out what has gone on there since the ball. We don't really know much about its situation. So I'm going to see if these traders know anything. They do travel a lot. It would make sense they might know something.
Aw, Effie, that's actually really sweet.
Yeah, what do you know? He has feelings.
Sometimes.
I feel like I will have a coronary if he's ever nice to Lucien like that. I will literally die. Oh.
I guess Caleb will take them like, oh, thank you, Zephyr. I'm debating. Does Caleb try to give him a hug? Will Zephyr try to stab him? He'll just leave it alone. You know, Zephyr's a crabby person.
All right. Caleb, you may add a set of thieves' tools to your inventory. Any further business with your brother Zephyr, or you have anything else you'd like to do? All right, go on.
But you aren't Zephyr. You always have other business to attend to. Alright, Zephyr. Thank you.
All right. Zephyr, starting to make your way back to the inn. Caleb, stowing away your fresh set of proper tools for picking locks and the whatnot. You start perusing the various shops, focusing mostly on those in the boats, as you know those to be actual traders and merchants who are more likely to have been around, so to speak. And
Roll anything for information gathering.
yeah, I'll say roll me an investigation check.
I get +2 to investigation. 30, 20.
All right. Caleb, kind of poke, and just for my personal reference, what is your, like, are you going to essentially just kind of ask, like, kind of seemingly casual probing questions regarding Tabedra, or, like, do you have, like, a particular plan? Just for my own reference.
He's basically just gonna see if they know anything, and maybe, if need be, throw a little gold their way for their information.
Okay.
If they want it. If they, like, seem like if they, like, like, well, I might remember.
Yeah, just like, oh, like, money talks. All right. Browsing around, it takes you a little bit of doing. You spend, I'd say, probably the better part of an hour asking questions to seem casual, careful to hide who you are, as that might cause a bit of an upcharge. And while many of these people are indeed sailors and merchants who have traveled the region, not all of them have been to Tabedra, or at least if they have, it's not recently enough for them to have relevant information. At least, not at first. Just as you're coming away from one of the merchants who appears to be selling pets, who just said that they haven't been to that side of Yav in quite a while, so they wouldn't know anything.
Oh, I haven't been down that way in a while.
You do hear a voice from what appears to be a small gnomish man sitting on a barrel across from the docks, just outside of what appears to be a brothel. A gnomish man clad in various, what appears to be leathers and canvas cloth stitched into kind of patchwork clothes. Appears to be not exactly a successful merchant, but you can see that he has a small, simple dagger sheathed on his belt, and dangling from his neck underneath a scrawny, thin, beady little beard is a set of keys and lockpicks in a kind of exotic-looking necklace.
Locks and keys, I guess you can say.
Yeah, indeed. And this gnomish man, skin weathered by the sun, kind of gives you a pfft. And as you're walking by and he gets your attention, he holds up a pudgy little gnomish hand, and as you approach, I hear you're looking for information regarding the Tabedrins.
I might be.
Question is, what is this information worth to you?
Oh, we are going to be traveling. We are going to be traveling down that way, so I thought it'd be good to learn some information about the place I've gotten a bit out of touch with lately.
Smart. Dangerous roads to be traveling, especially in this day and age.
We
For a
have some
silver,
pretty
I'll tell
good
you what.
company.
So I should hope. For a silver, I'll tell you what you wish to know. And he holds out a hand.
Alright, 1 silver.
He promptly snatches it, and as he slides it under his shirt protectively, he gives a smile and, so you know my information is reliable. I've been recently doing some mercenary work in the kingdom of Basilius, and I pop south once or twice. Have a few friends down in the woods. What do you wish to know?
Oh, I don't know if you heard about that event down in, where was the ball?
Mercurial.
Don't know if you heard about that event down in Mercurial. I was wondering if you know anything about what may have happened to them since then. That's where my information has run out. Things got kind of crazy around them. Things, you never know what could have changed.
I see. And he kind of nods to himself, seeming like he has his own little theories and ideas regarding what you're saying, but eventually he gives a nod and, well, whatever your reasons, I feel no need to pry. You'll be happy to know that the Tabedrins are doing well enough given the circumstances. Although, rumor has it, the king's fallen ill.
Is that so?
So the stories go. But he is succeeded by his many children, including the most recent addition to their little family, a princess, long-lost daughter, supposedly.
That's interesting.
Isn't it? Especially given that they aren't even the same species.
Well, from what I've heard, that king has a very broad sense of children.
That he does. He kind of leans back against the brothel, but that is more or less the extent of my knowledge. King has fallen ill, but is succeeded by the princess that he has recently reunited with. And he does air quotes around reunited.
Doesn't the king have one child that is actually theirs?
Indeed, the oldest of the princesses.
Well, surely if they're the oldest, it would come to them first.
Oldest of the princesses. His oldest son is most likely to inherit the throne. But, then again, the younger princesses are more popular with the people, and supposedly the royal family is quite attached to their newest little acquisition. So, who's to say? Whenever the old man finally kicks the bucket, it's going to be a bloodbath. Good work for people like you and me, huh?
Oh, I'm sure.
If we end up on opposite sides of that little kerfuffle, no hard feelings?
Well, just business.
Indeed.
Besides, let's be honest. If something like that happens on there, the people they took their land from will probably come marching right back in.
Indeed. Or at the very least, once the current situation's been resolved. Anything else you need from me?
I think that about covers things. I guess the only other thing that we need to know is, has there been a lot of raiding from them lately? Would be
No.
a shame if our caravan ran into trouble.
I cannot say if you end up entering the Sprintwood, as seems to be your intent, but so far all has been quiet from Rosewick. Supposedly, with the war going on, there's little in the way of caravans for them to be raiding. But hopefully, for them, more than myself, they have enough stored up to avoid starving themselves out. If things keep up the way they are, they might have to look for a new line of work.
Very interesting. Imagine how that would affect things if the bandits stopped being bandits.
Then we'll really know the world is ending.
Next thing you know, the pirates will stop being pirates.
Well, then you and I would be really in trouble. See you around.
Very. Thank you for the information.
Thank you for the silver. If we run into each other again and you see his eyes kind of narrow, meet for the first time, perhaps I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Lucien?
Yes.
We'll
head off.
All right. Lucien, as you and Tuco make your way through the shopping district, scouring around for various clothes, I will say just as the
I just
first...
imagine it's like a big montage of like Lucien trying on every outfit, turning around, modeling for Tuco.
Tuco has to carry all the bags.
Yeah, make the halfling that's half your size carry your stuff.
Yeah, just model for him, ask him which one looks better.
Carry everything.
Yeah, fitting.
Just do like a whole montage, and then finally at the last shop.
It's really fucking funny.
What's that?
Because he would not.
Yeah, she hands him something and he just drops it.
No, yeah, that ass. He would just kind of like, oh, okay. Just kind of puts it to the side.
But yeah,
She's more than capable of carrying her own shit.
of course. Yeah, so Tuco, as you and Lucien
so-
for dresses, Lucien, what dress do you finally settle on?
So on the final dress is a quarter sleeve mini, so like a little, you know, fun. With black
Fix your mic.
and silver stilettos.
I heard that. I heard that. That's all I heard. Silver stilettos.
Okay, I'm gonna just put it in chat.
Yeah, okay. So we'll circle back. What's his? Searching around, you said that you intended to buy a board and, from what you told me in private, a scroll and a spellbook.
Yeah, I'm looking for scroll, spellbook, and a bird.
Okay.
I'm looking for like an eagle or something along those lines.
This is where he's gonna spend all his money.
Yeah. Here it comes. Like we're one session away from like I don't have money. I have to steal from them.
Oh yeah, go to the land of thieves to steal. Great idea.
Yeah.
It's not stealing if you steal from a thief. It wasn't theirs to begin with.
I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole thing in and of itself. All right. For a spellbook, a scroll of Speak with Animals, you said?
Correct.
That's going to run you 150 gold. And I will say, as you find the exotic animal shop that Caleb had passed by earlier, the kind of elderly man running it, they don't just have eagles flying around, but you do see that they, to your surprise, are actually selling Strixes.
No. Do they have anything else?
Still can't hear you. You see that they are also selling Gigi birds.
What is that?
Basically like a bird of paradise, like tropical, colorful, can be trained to speak, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get one of those.
All right.
Do they have it in green?
Yeah, they have quite a few colors, but the ones that they have right now, there is one that is red with blue tints, one that is blue with yellow tints, and one that is green with red tints.
I want to get the green and red.
Okay. For a Gigi bird, it's going to be a little pricier than the Strix. That'll run you 50 gold.
Okay. And the supplies take care of as well?
That buys you the animal itself and the cage it comes in, but things like food and whatnot are your responsibility.
Okay.
Or well, right. Now Lucien's responsibility.
All right. And we'll circle back to Tuco once Lucien's put the description of their thing. There we go. Tuco, as you shop around with Lucien for a while, Lucien seems to eventually settle on a dress that the two of you can somewhat agree on. She steps out of the changing room wearing long black stockings, silver stilettos, her hair braided back with I'm assuming that's meant to be bat-shaped crystals.
Yeah.
With bat-shaped crystals hanging in her hair, a bunch of silver jewelry and makeup, and a starry moonlit dress.
Do they agree on it?
I just kind of
I'd say more or less.
give it a nice little twirl. What do you think?
You're asking me, right?
Who else would I be asking?
Sorry, I've been really tuning out. What are you trying to show me?
The dress
kind of
was-
gesture at the
dress that
outfit
was
that
sent
I'm
to chat.
wearing.
Looks good. He says after like staring at you for like approximately 2 seconds.
Do you think Sun Dragon will like it?
That actually gets like a bit of reaction out of him. He's like, yeah, Sun Dragon's gonna love it for all of the 2 seconds it'll remain on you.
He looks very confused at this. What do you mean?
I can't tell if you're serious or if you're playing games with me, Sheila.
Sheila.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Why would my dress be off? I'm wearing it.
Just let the silence speak for itself before. Yeah, all right. I can't believe I considered this one.
All right. Is that it for you, Lucien?
That it's for me until party time.
Tuco, any errands you want to run while you're out?
I wasn't really counting on the shopping, so like, what even is there of any interest?
Well, I mean, this is a trading town, so there's quite a few things. There's various alchemy stores, places that specialize in powders and chemicals, exotic weapons, animals, that sort of thing. Seems like they have a little bit of everything.
He probably would try to, like, figure out to see if he can get some, like, newer, like, I guess, potions or spells to make things interesting.
Okay.
Ooh, I'll tag along.
Now, let's get some shopping done.
Tuco perking up once Lucien seems settled, and garbed in her new garments, the two of you make your way out to do a little bit of perusing on your end, and you immediately make a beeline for the alchemy shop that you had seen kind of in passing, but never had the time to visit beforehand. Lucien, Tuco takes you to a small building that's kind of offshoot from the rest of town, a little bit deeper in, away from the lake. It's just kind of a big spherical building with stairs leading up to the door, and it has one of those like circular hobbit hole kind of doors. Tuco, I imagine this doesn't faze you too incredibly, but Lucien, you do notice that the roof of the thing is conspicuously blown open, and the wood is like kind of splintered and cracked around the hole in a way where it kind of spikes up, so the entire building just looks like a bomb. You don't know if this is intentional decoration or a mishap.
Is there anyone standing around me?
Tuco's, let's go.
Standing around me? I'll say to Tuco. I guess they really did blow up the roof here, huh?
Go to that and just kind of, this is my place. This shop was made for me.
I like it here. It's very cool. I like it. I mean, I'm pretty proficient in this stuff, but like, obviously you probably know a lot more than I do.
Just a thought.
All right. Tuco.
I'm here to learn.
Tuco, making your way up. Do you want to just barge your way in or knock first?
Yeah.
It was a multiple choice question.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you properly.
You're messing around with the voice mod, I'm assuming.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I figured.
I can hear your other voice in the background.
I know.
Do we need to come back to you?
There we go. No. Shut
up. Do you want to knock or just walk right in?
Just walk in.
All right. The two of you enter into the Alchemist Shop. as you enter, you see that the, again, hole in the roof is kind of precariously in the midst of repairs. You can see a kind of mesh net has been thrown over it to at least attempt to keep out things like strixes and bugs and such. Although it doesn't seem to be doing much in the way of preventing rain, what little rain there is in the desert anyhow. And despite the lack of it, you can already see that there's a precarious bit of dampness at the base of the hole with a little bit of mold growing around it. And Tuco and Lucien, as the two of you enter, there doesn't appear to be anybody here, customer or purveyor. But as soon as the door, which is one of those like spherical ones that kind of rolls to the side and then rolls back, as the two of you step in, the door rolls back into place to shut, and you immediately, from what appears to be under the store, which it was raised, so there's likely a basement or a cellar of some kind, you can hear the sound of glass shattering and this kind of and Tuco, behind the counter, you can see this like of dust shoot up as a wooden trap door is opened, and you hear this kind of scuttling sound before a halfling appears. A naked mole rat halfling from the looks of it, wearing a pair of goggles, and looking closer at them, you realize they're not a naked mole rat naturally. They appear to have once been a fully behaired halfling that simply blew all their fur off as they are covered in nicks and burns. And they do have a few loose patches of silvery gray fur that are just like kind of floofing out like whiskers all around their body, creating this kind of disheveled, maniacal look as their massive teeth kind of chitter as they sniff the air. You can't tell if they're blind or if it's just that the goggles are blocking their vision to a degree, but eventually they kind of adjust the goggles, which seem to have that kind of steampunk zoomy feature on them, and their gaze eventually settles on the two of you, and you can see their pupils are blown up to massive size by the goggles. And finally they speak. Hello?
You alright there?
Yeah. I just got startled by the noise. You should know it's rude to come in without knocking.
Well, considering that the store's open, as he gestures to the ceiling.
I really should get that fixed.
Yeah. Mate, have you been sniffing salts?
No!
He kind of squints his eyes.
Why? Does it have medicinal properties? I've heard that people lick it. What can I do you for?
Alright, you seem like a right sort. I want to see your stock, mate. I'm more in line with alchemy. Though as he looks at the guy who has no fur on, just... I'm sorry.
An alchemist. So nice to see a fellow purveyor of the trade. What can I do you for? I'm selling black...
Lucien will bow down. Oh, me too.
What? Who are you?
I'm Lucien. Who are you?
Who wants to know? Are you a cop?
I kinda look down at my baby doll dress, and then I look back at him like, you're serious?
Everything I have is legally acquired. It's my legal right to own these materials.
Yeah, mate. I'm sure.
Anyways, just want to see what you have.
Well, I sell blasting caps, I sell blasting spears, I even sell a little bit of Perusian fire.
Ooh,
I'll take the Perusian fire.
Yeah.
How much?
How much do you have?
And he immediately vanishes, and you can hear this as he scuttles back down into the basement, and you can hear the sound of like containers scraping.
While he's away, I'm just gonna turn to Tuco. He's a couple, pickles short of a sandwich, don't you think?
Yeah, not exactly the sharpest knife in the crayon drawer.
Mhm.
Eventually, he pops back up with this kind of like a flash of skin and fur, and slamming his paws on the counter in front of him, and you can see that he has a few fingers missing on a few of them. And he gives a wide, enthusiastic smile as his goggles zoom in on the two of you again. And all right, I can sell you a flask for 50 gold, or I can give you an entire urn for 100.
I'll take an urn.
And for you, cousin?
Do you have birthday discounts? Because today's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! How old are you turning?
179.
Oh, well, in that case, 179 gold for the urn. I'm kidding. But no, discounts only for repeat customers. Sorry. Although, if you're interested in fireworks, that I can sell. Quite popular in these parts.
I kind of look to Tuco. Ooh, fireworks on my birthday?
Tuco, you're muted if you're talking.
Rip.
I think they're trying to figure this. They wanted this power and they can't handle it.
Yeah, they're going insane.
Okay, so how much gold did he want?
100 gold for an urn of Perusian fire.
Okay. I will take that.
And Tuco, Lucien was pointing out that the guy is selling fireworks and was curious if you'd be interested.
No, that's what my response was to.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, fireworks on my birthday. Like, set them off at, like, midnight or something.
Oh no, these are not for your birthday, mate. These are for a very, very funny combat situation.
I see. Well, in that case, I have a special item I've been sitting on that I'd be more than happy to part with to a fellow scion of the chemicals. Would you be interested?
Would I be interested? Is water wet, mate?
And he reaches back down into the basement, and again, a little bit of scurrying, a little bit of dragging things around. You hear something shatter and break, and he kind of curses in halfling before he scuttles back and plops in front of you, Tuco, a kind of strange-looking item. It seems to be this tube that's made out of, like, this kind of odd-looking... It's almost like canvas, but a little thicker and rougher looking, almost this kind of leathery substance, with a little rivets of metal at either end. And one end is completely closed off, aside from a very small opening, and the other is completely wide open. And as he plops it in front of you, it kind of wibble wobbles like an accordion, and he gives a wide smile. And something special I've been working on. A fireworks launcher that can produce infinite gunpowder.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Would you be interested?
Would I be interested? Absolutely.
Excellent. 100 gold for the launcher.
Which, yeah, he just gives it.
He gives a wide smile and immediately just stuffs the thing into your arms. And as he does so, and you kind of like get pushed back ever so slightly, you realize a couple things in rapid succession. A, you do not completely understand how this thing works, and looking up, you realize you may have just realized how exactly he blew the roof off of his shop.
It's nothing he can't handle.
Also, Lucien, would you be willing to cover Tuco for the item, as they cannot afford it?
Sorry, I was looking for a fork. Yeah, I'll help out.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
What are
Tuco?
friends for?
Tuco, you now have the Wand of Pyrotechnics.
Oh.
As an action, you can use one of its 7 charges, which recharge every day, and create a burst of multicolored light. It does not damage enemies, however, it is incredibly bright and incredibly loud, which can obviously be distracting or dangerous in its own way.
Yeah. I remember it.
All right. Lucien, you have your urn of Perusian fire. Tuco, you have a fireworks launcher of infinite gunpowder. Anything either of you want to grab from this guy while you're still here?
No.
Sounds like Tuco's
Yeah,
broke.
I want to grab a couple of empty vials.
All right. Any preference? How many?
I want 3 larges, 2 mediums, and 1 small.
Okay. All right, that'll be 5 gold.
Okay. I'm keeping track on a piece of paper, so when I am able to get back onto my D&D Beyond, I can make those adjustments.
No worries. All right. Once the two of you have gotten all of your purchases together, the halfling kind of excitedly grins maniacally and rubs his paws together, and... May my concoction serve you well, and please do let me know how my little beauty performs, if you're ever in this part of town again.
Well, if you want to, you can come to my birthday party.
Do you really want him at the party?
Why not?
All right.
It's your birthday?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
How old are you turning?
179.
He kind of stares at you for a moment, looks to you, Tuco, looks back to Lucien, then back to Tuco, and staring at you for a long moment, he finally... Like him older, do ya?
Oh no, this one's not mine.
Oh, well, you know what that says to me? That she's available. I'll tell you what, sure, I'll come to your party.
No, I am not available.
Trust me, you don't want her.
Why, is she sick? I hear people have been getting sick in town.
No, worse. She's crazy.
Hey, I resent that.
He kind of stares at Lucy, and you can see him kind of nervously edge away. Oh, I don't need any crazy in this shop.
Yeah, you already got the plenty.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
I'm out. I peace out. I'm out.
And the moment the two of you are out the door, he scurries to the front and then just slams the door shut, and you can immediately hear the of him scurrying back down into the basement to presumably continue whatever he was doing before you arrived.
Yeah, making more explosions.
But Tuco, you now have a fireworks launcher that recharges every day, and Lucien, you now have napalm.
Napalm.
Although technically not napalm in the traditional sense, it is functionally Greek fire. It is a fire that water will not extinguish. However, it will be expended on use. So bear that in mind. But because it's an urn, you have 2 uses of it. So basically that's 2 uses of a fire that water cannot put out. All right. Heading away from the slightly more dangerous and seedy part of town, the two of you start making your way back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh, we can hear you. What's up?
you sound normal.
Trying to get rid of this.
You're trying to get rid of it.
I am stuck in a hell of my own creation.
I was going to say, you have no one to blame but yourself.
I've been trying and failing to make a decent male voice sound for the past, 30
Were you
minutes.
doing voice lab?
Yes, and I can't turn it off.
Oh boy.
Look at what you've done, Austin.
No. Austin had nothing to do with this.
No. I'm too
only-
stupid to know what the fuck he's talking about.
I only obliged with her wishes, you know.
All right.
Thinking about that made me think of this blooper I saw.
What's that?
It was like a Sonic thing, and apparently the voice actor for Tails was actually a woman. And she was trying to gasp, and she just said at the end, "How do I gasp like a boy?"
Oh.
All right, Keto. Making your way to the docks. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're there, or are you just kind of hanging out?
She is, with intention, going to look for something lobster-sized, like a creature that is lobster-sized, and she's gonna look at rocks, and I'm gonna tell you very specifically what kind of rock she's looking for once she finds the lobster.
Okay. Make a survival check.
1 moment.
Caro has a plan. We don't see that too often. Let's see where this is going.
Ooh. Interesting sound check.
Yeah, she's just grabbing lunch. Why? D&D Beyond.
Do you need me to roll for you?
Yeah, D&D Beyond is being really mean to me right now.
No worries, I got you. But while I'm getting your sheet up and rolling, what rock are you looking for?
Okay, so she's looking for rocks that have, like, I don't know how to explain it. They have these, like, discolorations on them.
Okay. Is there like, I guess to make it a bit easier, because I'm not 100% familiar. I'm not a geologist. What are you hoping to accomplish once the rock is found?
She's going to crack it open, polish it.
Hello.
Hello. You're a little quiet, but hello. So you're looking for like a geode?
They're not geodes. It's just like they could have a variety of things in them, but yes, the rough answer is yes. She's looking for rocks that have like gems, fossils, anything.
Okay. I see. All right. Also, I see that you're still considered exhausted on your character sheet. I'm guessing that's just a holdover that you forgot to change.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I fixed it. Okay. We aren't in your favorite terrain, so no advantage to survival. Actually, no. You are considered adept with desert regions. Okay. Oh, totally dropped the D20 there. There we go. All right, not bad. Keto, I will say out of curiosity, are you fishing, or just doing what Caleb was doing and just scooping, just doing some scooping?
She does not have a fishing rod, so she's just scooping.
All right. It takes you a little bit of doing, but kind of prowling the docks, you are able to, similar to as Caleb had, scoop up and grab a golden clip crayfish, which is at about a lobster size. As again, they can get rather huge, and most of your searching was trying to find one of an appropriate size. However, it's a bit of a sloppy process catching it, given that you're A, barehanding it, and B, this is a little different than your usual hunts, so it does end up pinching you for 1 piercing damage. And also,
Joke's on you, armored creature.
Austin, while I'm taking care of this and Zephyr's thing, would you mind helping ever resolve their problem? We told you to wait till after the session. God. Yeah, so you successfully grab a lobster-sized creature, and again, it takes you a little bit of wrangling, but you are eventually able to get a good grip on it, and I presume tie its claws so that it cannot pinch you further.
Yeah.
The rock is a little bit harder to find. You have to, again, find rocks that are like discolored in the appropriate way. You figure most of the valuable ones will likely have already been scooped up, but after a bit of searching, you do find an appropriately discolored stone. And you're just gonna crack that puppy open.
She is, if it's discolored, she's gonna start sanding it down.
All right.
So it gets to the core.
All right. Sanding down your discolored stone. Again, a little bit of work, but eventually you manage to get it down to what you estimate to be a good amount of sanding. And you were able to find it's not the highest quality in the world, but you are able to find a decently bright, it doesn't appear to be a gem, although you initially think it might be topaz, but it appears to be dragon scales that have kind of gotten embedded into the silt and solidified.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hello. Okay.
I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Caro, you have I'd say about like a small handful of orange dragon scales and a currently harmless and very agitated golden clip crayfish. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
She'll look for more dragon scales.
All right. Is that pretty much what you're going to spend the day doing before the party?
Yes.
All right, noted. In that case, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Making your way back to the luxury ship acting as an inn for you guys during your stay in Chilblains. You make your way to the room that Lucien and Sundragon have been sharing, as you know the elves to be far away and thus unable to cause you grief. And
True.
Giving a kind of cautious. You hear a bit of shuffling. What's up?
I mean, that was no good. You gotta do. I don't even know if that even worked.
No, I didn't. I'm guessing just slamming it harder.
There you go.
Okay.
I had to turn up the volume.
Yeah, there you go. There's a bit of shuffling from the bedroom, and you can hear Sundragon's voice, sounding still a little groggy, but as she gets closer to the door. Back already, Lulu. I wasn't expecting you to. And you can hear the locks unlocking, and the door opens, and she kind of halts mid-sentence, looking down, and and she kind of rubs at her eyes, looking awake, but it seems like she just was waking up when you got here, and your knock just basically got her attention. And she kind of tilts her head, and, well, unexpected surprise, but not an unwelcome one. Come in, I guess. Do you need something?
He'll proceed to walk in and just thought we could talk business.
Yeah, that sounds like you. Just a sec. And she shuts the door and locks it again, and kind of giving you a smirk as she tosses her blonde hair over her shoulder and approaches and sits on the bed and you can see she kind of pats the bed next to her, although she does also gesture to the chairs around the dining table if you'd prefer not to sit so close to her, and giving you a smile. I figured it might be best to have a little bit of privacy. You strike me as the kind of guy who prefers that.
If I can, yes. But unless there's anyone nearby you wish not to hear about it, but I was wishing
not nearby yet, but I'm guessing she'll be back soon for the party, so laugh. Don't hear that from you too often.
But
has the party started yet?
No,
it's going to soon. It's like mid-afternoon now.
Yeah, but I'm talking to Sun Dragon now.
Yeah, this is the last thing that needs to be resolved,
So, I figured I'd at least talk to you about this whole idea of your suggested, stealth operation?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of maybe hitting up one of the humor towns on the way to Autumnfall, but she looks a little uncomfortable, and I figured it was probably best to table that. Why is that? Change your mind?
What do you mean, table it? I mean, what do you mean by that?
Look, I'll say this as bluntly as I can. You guys are nice enough one-on-one, but the moment you get two of you in a room together, it's, there was something my mom once said about people like you guys. I'd sooner drag myself over broken glass than have to have a conversation with more than one of you at once.
Oof.
Who is fucking saying this?
Sun Dragon.
Yeah.
Is Tuco back in the room with them?
No,
Zephyr approached her in private because he has something he wanted to ask her.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying. Like, you guys are awesome individually, but the moment more than one of you is in a room together, it's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuco's gonna be like, bitch, speak for yourself.
No, but...
Case in point.
Yeah, cunt.
Well, I mean, we can still talk. If you wish to not do it anymore, then that's fine with me. But
I didn't say that. Whenever I asked you guys, I just genuinely wanted to know your thoughts, but didn't realize it was going to turn into, And she mimes a little explosion with her hands.
Yes, they all tend to have conflicting points of views, which tends to result in that.
Is that what you think it is?
Well, one of them does not wish to be, do things that, would be inappropriate or, out of line, but then the others do. And they're very stubborn enough to think that, one way or the other is right or wrong.
Fair enough. She kind of leans back on the bed, and after a moment of thought, what'd you have in mind?
Well, I don't know your people, so I would let you plan on who would be going, because I don't think your entire army would be, very good stealth operation.
You got me there. We're a lot of things, but stealth has never been one of our specialties. Mom always said I've had all the tactical subtlety of a fist to the face.
Well, with that being said, and as you know your people better, you can easily pick out a small group, as long as it's not too big. But a small group.
I know a few guys.
Yeah, preferably. Well, I don't know what all you have, but preferably, I guess, either small or fast, or preferably stealthy. But at least one of those three.
I might be able to make that work, but how do you plan to do this? We've already made a pretty big detour away from the original intended destination, and we could try to hit Mercurial on the way, but last I heard, that place is so infested we'll never get in far enough to find anything valuable. Not without taking some massive casualties, anyway. And while I would trust you to oversee something like this on your own, I'd not feel super comfortable about leaving you to your own devices. Purely for defensive reasons, understand?
Understandable.
You guys are clumsy, but right now you're the best chance my people got against the Concord, and I'd rather not be sending you guys off alone on wild goose chases.
Well, I mean, as far as this, town of sorts, where if we should hit her or not, I mean, if we send stealthy enough people, maybe we can sneak in and out, but you're probably not wrong. We should stay clear of that if it's too high of a risk for you.
Maybe, but I do have an idea. If you'd be interested in hearing out an alternative.
I mean, I'm fine with hearing it out. I don't know what it is.
We've made too big of a detour to safely raid Humor at this point, but once we've gotten through Autumnfall, we're going to be right in the crossroads between the Tieshan Valley, where Barbarous operates, and the Sprintwood, where your family dies. Now, I consider your family allies until they actively betray the Alliance. Not coming to our aid is not an act of betrayal. They're not required to, even though, admittedly, would be nice. But, obviously, we have equal bones to pick with the governor, and rumor has it that he's got something of a stash in his castle, which, if you'd be interested in helping me with a little stealth operation, could be pretty useful. He's a tough guy, but from the stories I've read about him back when he first invaded Yav, his strength mostly comes from the equipment he carries. Exotic stuff from overseas. If you can get that stuff away from him before our army meets him, it certainly might be a lot easier to take him out. And from what I understand, you guys have just as much to gain from him going down as I do.
And any of the items he loses might, happen to become another person's property. Yeah.
She gives you a wide smile and rises up and puts her hands excitedly on her knees, and now you got it. Do I have your attention?
It sounds like at least a plausible plan, yes. Something we could, try to go for.
She gives you a smile, and it's just one of those, despite the fact that you're just openly discussing subterfuge of a foreign nation, she gives you that smile that's almost, innocent in how cheerful it is. And, well, in that case, I'll put you in touch with a few guys I know. Some old sailors I used to run with back before I became the queen might be able to get you where you need to be in time to make sure the governor loses a few things.
Mm-hmm.
And suppose I should ask, you have any intent to share this with the others, or is this going to be one of those you things?
Well, I mean, I don't see any reason to hide it, but I also don't see any reason to tell them. But I mean, I guess. I guess we'll come to that when it comes to that.
Got it. Well, thanks for coming to me about this. Like I said, you guys are nice enough one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as
anything else?
Well, as long as there's business involved, you like as you mentioned, you have my attention.
Well, I appreciate it. Need anything else from me?
Not that I can think of, no. So.
It's at this point that you hear another at the door, and Sundragon kind of jolts, and she kind of looks to you, and you realize that what you had taken to just be her being groggy whenever you entered, that delayed her response. You can see what she has is suspicion. She's being cautious. And after a pause, she calls out, Lulu? And I'll say, Caleb, this is your arrival if you're available.
Right then. Yeah, Caleb will arrive, I guess.
Fine.
She stands up and unlocks the door and, got you both in one place. Must be my animal magnetism. And Caleb, you can see Zephyr sitting in one of the chairs in her room.
Oh, hello, Zephyr.
Hello.
Well, come in, but if you're going to kill each other, I prefer you do it outside.
Me and Zephyr don't actually have a problem. It's Lucien.
I'm aware. She shuts the door, and, what you need? You need something?
I was wanting to maybe get your opinion on some information I learned.
I'm listening.
You're a queen. You're like in that politics stuff, even if maybe not the most adept at it.
So I'm told. I appreciate the honesty.
So, I learned some information. So, did we fill you in on last we saw the Tibadrians and the leaders, the royals?
You told me you didn't exactly leave on good terms and that you had a few ambitions for the throne.
Well, last was seen of them, they were captured by the convoy, if I remember correctly. And the next thing we know, they've returned home, and now they suddenly have a new daughter.
Yeah, I heard about that. It happened, I want to say just a couple months ago, not long before Tropu arrived at my walls.
I think that seems a bit suspicious. Put those two facts together.
Certainly seems odd, but it's not the first time the king's adopted a kid.
The king falls ill.
Well, you know just as well as I do, he is a bit on the older side. Not saying there's no reason to be suspicious, just saying we don't have anything solid enough to act on.
Unless we act in the back. Very quiet, Hunter.
Yeah, you got a little distant.
And according to the information I got, the others, apparently the other royals suddenly like them a lot. Not that they don't like each other normally. Well, they do until the king dies, and then we're probably all going to try and kill each other, but you know how it goes.
Welcome to politics. So, what, you want me to grease a few palms, crack a few skulls?
Just wondering if you also thought it seemed a bit suspicious that this suddenly came up.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't find just about everything the Tibadrians do suspicious. No offense.
Oh, more so than usual, I guess.
It's odd, I'll give you that, but even if I wanted to do something with that feeling, while my mom's always taught me to go with my gut, at the same time, it's not a good look for me or my people if I start acting on every random impulse that happens to give me shivers up my spine and all that.
What is your impulse, I guess? Maybe if you can't act on it, maybe it might at least give me something to think about.
You're right. It's strange timing. Honestly, him adopting another kid doesn't seem that weird to me. And she's, all things considered, pretty unremarkable. From what we were able to dredge up, used to be a Gyogran soldier, deserted because she was loyal more to her lieutenant who deserted than she was to the general. And that's about it. So being a deserter is certainly not a good look, but, well, you guys aren't exactly the scions of legality and morality, so she doesn't stick out much to me, at least. What does concern me is that the king is sick. Whether the Concord's involved or not, it's bad.
Needless to say, the king is not very long-sighted. He's probably not going to appoint anyone before he dies, leaving it up to be complete chance. At which point the kingdom that Tibeja took its land from will probably try to take their opportunity.
Aye. And
everyone's busy tearing each other apart.
Aye. And while the Sardom and us have always gotten along decently, they keep us at arm's length. We have no guarantee they're not just gonna take the opportunity to work for the Concord because they pay better.
And at the current moment, they seem to have a better track record externally.
That they do. But with any luck, we might be able to fix that. Zephyr and I were actually just talking shop about sabotaging Barbarous.
Yes.
That does sound like a good plan.
She thinks for a moment, and the party will probably be starting soon, and I was going to go bar hopping. But is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I was just going to say that I'm starting to get concerned, because my plan for Tibeja had originally been that if the king dies or was to, step down, maybe if something convinced him to. But I was going to deal with that problem a different way, but that's besides the point. If he was in his position for whatever reason, I assumed that Summer would have taken over because she was the oldest of us.
And
and
biological too.
That too. And if the Concord is behind someone and Summer isn't willing to stand up to them, I'm worried about the fact that I might have to do something.
She gives you a nod, and
I don't think I'm exactly ready for that kind of responsibility, because we both know Zephyr has no real desire for that throne.
And we can't just let it go to no one, because the Sardom is a wild card. Might be on our side, might be on the Concord side, or they can just let Yav burn as long as they profit off of it.
If I would, well, the worst case scenario is no resolution, and what you said happens, but the worst case scenario where things aren't completely screwed, if I have to try to take it, it might help if I had some friends coming in.
She gives you a smirk, and I might be able to make something work. But I'll warn you, it's not going to be pretty, whatever happens.
Hopefully we can avoid all that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's get the two of you home and take it one step at a time. You know I won't be far. I got a war to fight, and thanks to you guys, my land is safe for now, so I'm content to help defend this and bolster the southern front. So I'll just be a day's trek away if you guys need backup.
And the only card I could play if my original plan doesn't work is the people like me well enough. Apparently has something to do with the fact that I was born on a solstice or something.
Ah, Kupalo baby, huh?
Yeah, apparently that was a big deal back home and people liked me ever since.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Actually celebrated it once or twice since I moved here. Well, congrats. I guess that explains, you know, your everything for a killer.
Yeah. That would be the only card I have to play. And, you know, sometimes that card doesn't always work out because, you know, they get rid of the people they don't like, and then they're sitting like, well, now what do? We got rid of the blue run thing.
If you can figure out a straight answer to politics that satisfies everyone, please be sure to let me know.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully it'll be a much simpler matter.
Yeah, but hey. And she stands up and puts a hand on your shoulder. We still got a few days before you have to worry about all that. What say we head out and do some partying, huh?
I guess so. Are you going to be at the party, Zeph, or are you going to be finding somewhere far, far away from the party?
I mean, I have no reason to avoid the party. It's just... not really sure what I'd be doing there. Besides...
Party? It's not really, you know, anything you're supposed to do.
Yeah, just enjoy yourself, man.
Be careful with that. That could involve taking things from people. Zephyr does like doing that.
It's just, you know, very easy. It's a simple matter of, you know, slipping my hand in someone's pocket, but...
Tell that to my bank guards.
Yeah, well... They didn't really, you know, have me at my fullest, but,
What, I mean, you're holding back or something? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, yes and no. I was simply trying to see if I could do it without the help of items, but, well, I did sort of accomplish it. Not as best I wanted to, but... Either way. I guess I can go, but can't guarantee I'll stay.
Well, you're free to do as you like. You're not being held captive. Yet.
What was your plan to steal from... What was the place they were stealing from?
Sun Dragon? Or where Sun Dragon is? I don't know.
Yeah, where Sun Dragon's plan to have us sneak in and steal.
Oh, her plan to steal. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Matthew?
Yeah.
What was the place they were gonna take from? They had like a castle with a bunch of money in it or something.
Or food.
Well, yeah. They were proposing the castle with a bunch of money, which was in Mercurial, but that's dangerous. They were initially thinking of hitting a village you guys had passed in Humor, but once you guys started fighting, she just said we're going south to avoid it.
Caleb was gonna ask about that, the plan to steal the money.
Well, sounds like that's no longer a viable option. We are changing our target simply.
She kind of glances to you and kind of gives you a nod, seeming like she's trying to confirm whether you want Caleb in on it or not. But yeah, I'll fill you in once we're on the road again, all right? Like I said, let's have some fun. Besides, the others are probably waiting for us.
That's fair. I was just asking because if there's anything us to patrons know, it's how to sniff out a good prize.
That you do. Come on, I'll treat you guys to drinks. Wait, and she looks to you, Caleb. Can you drink?
Well, no one's told me not to.
All right, good enough for me. Come on, guys.
All right.
Lucien and Tuco, is it okay with the two of you to head to the bar once you're finished shopping?
Oh,
Just because.
yeah, please.
Definitely.
Just making sure, because sometimes I'll have party members like regroup at a place and they're like, "Oh, I wouldn't have gone there," so just wanted to make sure. Caro, is that good with you as well?
Are you looking at me through the internet, Matthew?
Yes.
Damn, he didn't even hide it. He just straight up like, yes.
Yeah.
Hide what?
I was ribbing him. All right.
Hard to tell because he says he doesn't like doing that, so I always take him very seriously.
but you can still rib me. That's not fair.
Well, you know I do that.
Oh my fucking. Anyways. What's his? You find yourself at a bar, not too far off from the lake. It has a pretty good view. It's one of those kind of open, like one of those like proper pub kind of places, with a nice view of the lake. The dock kind of built out into it a little bit. You can see people over the side occasionally throwing things into the water to watch the golden clips pinch and eat at them. And it seems to be a bit of a gathering place for some of the local sea life. And I understand that you had some orders you wanted to place while you were here?
Yeah. So he wants to get about 12 barrels of ale to send out to the troops so they can have some celebration of their own as well.
Okay. Anything else?
He was thinking about getting girls, but nah, just the ale.
All right. So 8 barrels, you said?
No, 12 barrels.
All right, 12 barrels of ale. How good of ale are you going to try and go for?
I'm looking for like the middle ground.
Okay.
Like not crappy quality, but not the expensive one. Like
all right,
12. Good middle.
All right, so 12 barrels of decent quality ale. That'll run you 60 gold.
Okay.
All right.
And how much get them to transport it out there to the soldiers?
Once you tell them that it's literally just right outside the gate, they take that for 2 silvers to deliver it.
I'll make it 61 gold, just a little bit extra.
And they assure you that the shipment will arrive safely and quickly. Okay. As you conclude the order and sit down at the bar and look around, Tuco and Lucien arrive. Lucien garbed in a new dress, and Tuco straddling a fireworks launcher.
Hello. How's everybody doing? As he just kind of happily props the thing up on his shoulder, just...
Is that thing safe?
Nope. I bought it from a guy that looked like he basically used up every last ounce of his everything. I was gonna say soul, and then I was gonna say sanity, and I just couldn't choose.
Fair enough.
It's a bad.
Well, Lucien, I got you a present.
Oh, presents! Okay. I'm gonna sit down. Let me sit down.
Okay, sit down.
Is it?
At that point, I will set the bird in its cage in front of her with the empty spell book and the scroll of animal talking next.
Animal talking.
All right.
Animal talking.
Lucien, what's his sets in front of you? A tropical Gigi bird, a spell book, and a scroll of speak with animals.
What a pretty bird. How do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I have no idea. But you can always ask it when you learn the spell.
Yeah,
Caro,
that is absolutely genius.
Carol, I'll say at this point, you arrive. Your fingers are a little roughed up from sanding stone and getting pinched by claws all day. You guys see Caro enter the pub with a lobster gold-sized golden clip under one arm and a kind of glittering orange hand of their suit in the other.
Nice. I'll excitedly say, Caro, look at it. What's it got me? It's a bird.
Does Caro recognize this creature?
Make a nature check.
Okay, one moment. Where's my d20? Jeez.
Yeah. I can roll again if you need. You need me to roll for you?
15. Sorry.
Okay, you got it. No worries. Yes, you do recognize this animal. They're actually native where you come from. Gigi birds are very adaptable creatures. They can live pretty much anywhere, and they're incredibly common. They are not a rare creature by any stretch of the mind. They typically live in forests, although them living in swamps like your home is also not unheard of. Although this one is more brightly colored than you're familiar with. The ones where you come from were more dark black or blue. Although you had seen a few like brightly colored ones. You think you recall even seeing a pink one when you were young. They are known to be very smart creatures, very tame, easily domesticated, but they do have a bit of a mischievous streak and can be trained to speak.
So, can I tell what gender this one is?
I'll say with a 15 nature check, yes, you can tell this one is a male, as the males tend to have longer head crests.
Okay. He is pretty. Very bright.
Oh, it's a boy?
Yes, his head crest is long.
Can you ask him what his name is? I can't do that yet.
Okay. But first, she's gonna hand you the lobster and the the dragon scales.
She takes them curiously.
These are for you.
These are similar to the crawfish that we got earlier, right?
They're the same species, yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Caro. I can use these for my experimentations.
Yes.
Very thoughtful.
She will cast Speak with Animals.
Caro,
what does the crawfish say?
It's not going to say anything soon.
Yeah. It's saying, "Oh God, help me."
I was taken from my home. I have a family.
Well, too bad.
All right, yeah, so Caro, you cast Speak with
Children.
Caro, you cast Speak with Animals. What do you wish to say, and to what?
Okay, she's gonna turn to the Gigi bird and lean down and just, hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is your name?
Paul.
Paul?
Oh, the paladin.
Yeah. All of you is a bird.
Laughing.
What do you like to eat?
I muted myself out.
Beans.
And he kind of tilts his head a bit as you ask, and not crackers, if that's what you're implying.
No, I just mean what do you want
I love him.
to eat so we can get you food.
He kind of brustles a wee bit, seeming a little almost suspicious, but after a bit of thought, kind of nestles nestles into place, doing that kind of bristling that birds do, and
fluffing his feathers.
Bugs or frogs.
Caro just with wide eyes.
I mean, that's like him saying, I like to eat monkeys.
And I'm sure plenty of animals like to eat monkeys.
Oh, they sure do. So she's gonna look to Lucien and say, wait, his name is Paul, right? I heard that right. Okay.
Yes.
We now have 2 Pauls.
Yeah, his name is Paul.
Turn over to Lucien. He said his name is Paul, and he likes to eat bugs or frogs.
Well, I'm not going to feed him to you. I'm not going to feed you to him.
I am too big, and I would poison him.
But bugs are okay. Maybe you can teach me how to forage for bugs.
Yes, bugs are
Paul
easy
talk
to get.
Everyone?
What's that?
Did Paul talk to everyone or just her?
Just her.
Yeah. You
guys have just saw Caro like leaning down and doing little like chirping noises to the bird who responded.
I'm gonna scritch the bridge of his nose. Well, I like the name Paul. I was going to name you Apollo, so that's very close.
The head crest kind of flares, although you can't really tell if it's aggressive or friendly. I'll say at this point that Caleb, you, and Zephyr arrive with Sundragon in tow.
We found the bird.
What's this gave me a bird?
Crap, I should have gotten you a bird.
Aww.
Ooh, I offered. I told you my plans.
Well, egg on my face. And all I got you was this. And she holds out a ring to you.
Damn, son.
I'm gonna put that on my finger. Oh my god, Sadie. Sorry, Sadie decided to pounce me. I'm gonna put it on.
Well, I definitely think you ought to
What does it look like? What does it look like?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, don't get too excited. Looking over it, the ring itself is actually rather plain. However, while it is plain to an observational level, when you wear it, you notice that you feel this sense of warmth run through you. And she smirks and holds up her hand where she's wearing a matching one. And like it? It's a family heirloom. Got it from my sister's side.
There's stars in her eyes. She absolutely loves this.
If both of us wear it, it keeps us from ever getting cold. Apparently my great aunt gave it to my great uncle at some point. Wedding gift or something of the like.
It's beautiful. I love it. She's like grinning and just so happy.
Matthew.
Tuco's watching
What's
just
up?
like... Yeah, Tuco's watching all this entire interaction just...
Says he has $4.
Yeah,
So,
sorry, yeah, Tuco first.
Are we all just glossing over the fact that she just Sundragon just gave her a wedding ring?
You see Lucien pause for a second, and just like the processing just kind of like makes her like go blue screen. Like it's just a blue screen reaction, and then she like shakes her head and she's like, "Serious?"
Before I answer, Caleb.
Caleb was just like, ooh. You know how kids are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sundragon looks at you kind of confused, Tuco, and why would I give her a ring for a wedding? That's lame.
Just said it was a wedding gift.
Where I come from, it's usually done this way.
Oh.
I just said that the gift was from a wedding that was probably given at a wedding.
I just thought my aunt and uncle were really bad at gifts.
You're exhausted by it.
I get it. Yeah, totally get it.
Okay, yeah, see, Zephyr gets it.
No, it's okay. Don't.
I am very embarrassed.
Hey, Matthew.
No, I'll keep it forever. It's okay.
Matthew.
What's that?
Does Caleb... Just so Caleb could spit out a random fact, because it seems like an ADHD kind of thing to do.
Seems like.
What do they give in Tabedra for these kinds of things?
Typically, outright gift giving isn't typically part of the ceremony for Tabedrons. You and I have already discussed the typical.
Yes, but I forgot.
No, gift giving is not typically part of it. It's more the act of once you've both confirmed your interest in each other, you abduct the other person and basically have a generally very private ceremony to just confirm that the two of you want to go through with it, and then the families step in to complete the process. So typically, exchanging of items is typically only done when it involves people from abroad, since, that's more what they expect. Because Tabedrons don't typically have a lot to just be giving away, giving away valuables isn't really part of the deal for them.
Hey, that was just going to be like, where I'm from, we don't do stuff like that. One person just kidnaps the other.
Oh yeah, that's how we do it back home too.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me. Like I said, and it's a beautiful gift. I do appreciate it. There is a spark of disappointment in her eyes, but she is appreciative.
Sundragon's face is a little red, and she seems pretty embarrassed, but she kind of clears her throat and.
How about a drink?
Yeah, that'd be great. And I was gonna say, since Lulu, you can do that whole, speaking through my head thing that you do. I was going to make this equal parts gift and something of a challenge.
I gotta get food real quick, so I'll be right back.
Good.
Okay.
She smiles. She smiles kind of awkwardly, seeming like she's getting a little more comfortable now that it's going back on track, but still a little thrown off by the misunderstanding. I was gonna say, like I said, if both of us wear this at the same time, it keeps us from getting cold. Now, me, I'm no stranger to the cold. I'll go out in shorts in any weather. But given you guys are planning to head north, I thought something like this might be useful for you. And I was gonna say, if you can. And you see she slips the ring off of her finger and pockets it and gives you a wink. If you can play nice with the other kids until you get there, I'll put the ring on before you go into cold places and make sure you stay warm. But if you can't play nice with the other kids, then, well, you're going to have to freeze. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
She considers this. Explain to me what you mean by play nicely. I always thought I was playing nicely.
Don't try to throttle them for having opinions, I guess.
She considers for a moment.
I'm just imagining the
She's like, I can this challenge, I think.
I'm just grabbing a bunch of alcohol. It's kind of a tab.
I was actually going to say, as you step forward towards the bar to start ordering drinks for everyone, and you guys are just starting to chat and get cozy, you smell a somewhat kind of acrid smell, and turning to the entrance, you see Lord Ephemeral and his usual elvish compatriots following behind him enter the bar. And as he sees you at the bar, he holds up a hand to you, his long nails, still a little dirtied, but he is looking significantly better already. And he gives a smile to all of you and looking to you, what's his? There will be no need for that, my friend. Please, drinks for the heroes of Chilblains, if you would. And the bartender gives a bow. Yes, my lord. And starts to ready up some wine and ale. And he turns to all of you and opens up his arms. You can see finally dressed and out of his bathtub. He's currently donned in a long, fancy-looking garment. A set of one of those kind of loose, baggy robes that's almost kind of like a kimono, but like just that kind of style of robe. With a ornate, well-decorated belt around his waist.
All right,
and he opens his arms and a welcome. Nice. Opening up his arms to all of you as he smiles. Let's give the heroes of Chilblains a proper thank you. And best wishes on your birthday, Lucien Eleficure. And as he says that, you hear in the distance this... and fireworks begin to go off in the sky.
She's just grinning. Oh, thank you, my lord. This is beautiful.
Of course, it is the least I can do. And he kind of waves a hand to the elves who give a bow to him, and seeming that that's the permission to just go do whatever they want. The one you had hung out with, Tuco, or you assume so, it's hard to tell, approaches you and giving you a wide smile. She sits next to you and, well, wasn't expecting to run into you again so soon.
Oh, hey there. It's noticed he kind of like fumbles with his gun a little bit before placing it down, like, and generally pointing it away from her. Oh. She kind of gives a smirk and, oh, that's something new from you, pointing something away from me. Yeah. Oh. You would see him just start breaking out into a guffaw like that. That is funny. That's fucking.
She giggles and starts to chat you up. And the one you had met the previous night approaches you and giving you a smile. Any plans for after the party?
Not any at the moment, but that could easily change.
She gives a smirk and with the tide, as it were. And she leans into you and places a hand on your metallic arm and is making her intentions fairly obvious. And Lord Ephemeral stands alongside Queen Sundragon, and he kind of looks to her, who's kind of like looking around and like seeming like pretty happy, all things considered. They're just that kind of like casual, like, yeah, everything's good kind of look. But Lord Ephemeral kind of elbows her and nods towards Lucien, and Sundragon looks a little confused for a moment before, happy birthday, Lulu.
Thank you.
Lord Ephemeral gives a smirk and, as indelicate as ever, my queen. At this point, you can see, in addition to the fireworks dotting the skies, you can see at this point, in addition to the fireworks dotting the skies, there's also this kind of those little spinning pinwheels of fireworks lining the streets. As basically it seems Lord Ephemeral has turned the entire town into celebrating this as an impromptu festival. And the party goes into full swing.
I'm going to drink as much as possible.
Alright, so taking this one at a time. Zephyr, anything major you want to do during the party? Or are you just going to kind of socialize, rub elbows, that sort of thing?
He'll probably just stay near the bar, drinking non-alcoholic drinks. He'll just
Caleb's
kind
going to make it his mission to get Zephyr to drink.
I mean,
Kato? All right, we'll come back to you. Lucien?
What's that? Or was
Oh,
that
yeah.
me or no?
that's Kara.
That was Caro.
Okay. I hear the O sound,
for
and then I immediately
Lucien.
took what?
No worries.
For Lucien, she's gonna drink and she's gonna like chatter, try to, talk, make friends.
All right. Tuco, anything major from you?
Aside from just making merry and obviously making the moves again on the lady. Not much.
All right, noted. And what's his? Anything from you?
He's definitely interested in keeping his same partner from last night. He enjoyed that, but he also wants to arm wrestle with Sun Dragon to see who's stronger just for sport, and also is wanting to arm wrestle Lord Infembrio or whatever his name is.
Over that, I am all over that.
All right. And I will say, Zephyr, will, just so I can keep track of everyone, will you eventually relent to Caleb, or are you going to stay stone cold sober no matter what?
I mean, how is Caleb, convincing me? I'm trying to convince Zephyr.
I should imagine. I mean, Caleb can say for himself, but I just like to imagine it's just, come on, like that kind of vibe.
Sergo's getting fucking wasted.
I mean, that's pretty much what
Sam
I was
was
thinking
Lucien.
Caleb was going to be.
Well, you got him. You got him, apparently.
Lucien is intending to have a good night.
Mm-hmm. I think
Caleb is just like, Caleb is just like, come on, I've never seen you drunk before. I want to see it at least once in my life. Do it for your brother.
Well, two things. First off, technically, isn't there an age limit to these types of things? And,
it's probably different for every species. They all grow differently.
yes, and secondly, aren't we leaving after tomorrow? I would prefer not to I prefer not to have the aftermath of all that.
Oh, it's not that bad, honestly.
So you have experience?
I mean, yeah, Zephyr was there. At that place in, what was it called?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think he fully was there. I think he left you.
Yeah, he
Kara was the
he
only
was
one
left
there
with
watching
Caro to
you.
babysit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd also like to say that Gil's not getting plastered. He's drinking, but not heavily.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I probably wasn't, but that's because apparently whenever I drink, I get flirty, and that's not very good for someone like me. Really makes things awkward.
I mean, you could drink.
Makes things awkward.
Yeah, you could drink, but I prefer not to.
Sorry, need to stop eating when I'm about to say something.
Yeah, that'd help.
Did Tuco ask that in character?
Zephyr
that?
and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuco, was it in character whenever you're like, makes things awkward?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes things awkward if I do that when there are adults around.
Oh. Mate, go on, have a drink.
did say I wasn't going to have any.
I like that the night. Like, I didn't say I'd have none.
Yeah, hey, don't put words in my mouth.
But I prefer not to see what happens when I get, I guess, drunk.
But I totally do.
Well, as much as you totally do, it doesn't really matter.
And I'll say at this point, you got.
I want to see this arm wrestle.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, the three of you can hear a crowd of people, Lucien included, beginning to cheer as What's His and Sun Dragon. What's His a little tipsy,
cheering for Aggie.
What's His a little tipsy, but Sun Dragon looking pretty wasted. As she kind of gets comfortable and puts her elbow on the table across from you, What's His, and come on, you haven't seen the battlefield in years, fucking pencil pusher. I'm gonna knock your ass through the floor.
Yeah, bring it on. Not much of a battlefield yet.
What's His? Roll athletics.
6th drink by now. Let me know when I need to start rolling.
They say he's rolling now. They're rolling now.
Okay.
No, when I'm rolling.
Oh, when you're rolling.
That is a 27.
Nice.
All right, and with a 30, she beats you.
Yeah, that's my girl!
Holy shit! Yeah, you would see Tugo staggering over, like giving Sun Dragon like a clap, like good.
Just like throw my arms around her neck and just be like, you can do it.
Well
What's His? As the two of you like just red in the face push against each other, she kind of like smiles, and as Lucien belts out another cheer, and you can see out of the corner of your eye Tuco, Zephyr, and Caleb starting to watch the display, she smirks and doing this display of like with her free arm flexing and kissing her bicep, she slams your prosthetic into the table, and while she doesn't knock you onto the floor, you do firmly lose. And the whole crowd cheers, and she just raises her hands like a gladiator, and just, yeah! Eat shit, leaf sucker!
I just throw myself, like, just my arms around her neck and just hug her.
Caleb just walks up to Gil and is like, wow, you got wrecked.
You got wrecked.
Yeah, she's stronger than she looks.
And I look pretty damn strong! And she turns to Lucien, who's around her neck, and just, you smell nice.
It's a new perfume.
So, does Lord E-Dude accept
Lord Ephemeral.
Yeah.
As you extend the challenge to him, he kind of raises an eyebrow, and you can see the girl at Tuco's side and the one at your side giggle a little bit as he kind of smirks at you. And you're really going to offer to wrestle with someone who had the plague yesterday?
Yeah.
He would. He would.
He definitely would. He's so stupid.
Why not?
Oh my
It's a good way to get you back in shape. Show off to your men a little bit.
I have nothing to prove.
Man, I was thinking to myself, man, imagine if this was like an Avatar where they met that king in the Earth Kingdom where he looked like an old man and then he rips off his clothes and he's just fucking
Yeah,
that was going to happen.
Yeah, I will say
he's allowed to turn it down.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, no, he doesn't have anything to prove. He turns you down, and yeah, Sun Dragon is just lapping up the attention. Yeah, on a physically speaking level, she is one of the strongest known people in Yav.
I don't feel bad losing to that.
Hey, I was just gonna say to him, hey, if you want a very easy win, I'll do it.
Oh no! Don't do that. Caleb is so cute.
Yeah, come on, I'll take you on, Blondie. Let's go.
Was that someone in character, Matthew? Or was you?
That was Sun Dragon.
No, that was Sun Dragon to you.
That was Sun Dragon to you.
I wonder if I could roll sleight of hand to try and cheat.
I'd allow that.
How you cheating? Like, how are you doing it?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm wondering.
On her foot. Maybe a distractor. I mean, Lucien was right there.
I was just wondering if I could just roll sleight of hand and then let Matthew flavor how I cheated.
Gil would be willing to arm wrestle Caleb if he wants.
And
I'll wrestle you.
The arm wrestle contest.
Okay.
Here wants to arm wrestle. It's hilarious. I love it.
My people can't get enough of me.
You technically didn't answer my question.
Oh my god, you fucking wasted,
like her arms are still like still arms around her, and she's like, and who can blame them?
She smirks to Lord Ephemeral, who just kind of rolls his eyes and looks to you, Caro, and snaps her fingers. Come on, you and me. They say archers got good upper arm strength. Let's go. And
Okay.
Caleb, I'll say after Caro goes, sure, I'll allow that. Although, try not to make a habit of it.
Okay. It's just because I just don't know exactly how he would cheat, but I figured he would try to.
I'm thinking like using your leg to like just maybe like kick him. I don't know. Or maybe put your arm in a certain position, just where you have the advantage.
Yeah. Caro, if you accept her challenge, roll athletics.
Okay, one
Those-
second.
Did Gil say he would do it, by the way? And Caleb
Yeah.
said if he wants an easy win.
Yeah.
What's his, do you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll arm wrestle.
Both of you roll athletics.
But if I'm gonna cheat, shouldn't I roll sleight of hand and?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were
Roll
going to cheat for this one.
Constitution.
You can go for it. But yeah, in that case, if you want to cheat, Caleb, roll sleight of hand. Caro, athletics.
Let me see.
30-20.
Okay.
Caleb, is he gonna be able to win a arm wrestling contest?
Oh, I didn't expect Caro to win either. It's funny.
Oh, I think you might have to beat me this time, Caleb.
What?
I think you might win.
Yeah, you got a low roll.
I got 15 plus 12.
So
Yeah.
27.
You win. I had a natural 1, so that's 10.
All right. I can work with that. Lucien, as you continue to quite literally hang off of Sun Dragon, Tuco, you and Zephyr watch in amusement as Caro and Sun Dragon on one side of the table, Caleb and What's His on the other begin to arm wrestle. You watch as Caro, again, she actually manages to hold Sun Dragon in place for a decent while. And you can see Sun Dragon is trying. Caro is much stronger than she looks. But Caro, while you are strong enough to match her briefly, she has more stamina than you and can maintain herself longer. And you are eventually thrown down. And while you don't go toppling to the floor, it's one of those like slamming your arm into the table kind of wins. And you're a little sore afterwards. And she gives a woo!
Yeah, Caro's gonna give her some clap and just yeah.
And Caleb, you see who is about to start arm wrestling you, looks over kind of distracted and startled by Sundragon's drunken yelling, as though you take the opportunity and just, BAM! Slam his prosthetic down. And while it is cheap, the cheering implies the crowd considers that a win. And Caleb literally beats you without breaking a sweat, as between you not being able to feel it with your prosthetic and being distracted, he just pushes your arm down with no effort.
Are we going to start yet? Oh.
Yeah,
Caleb!
Yeah, I knew you could do it!
Break the door down.
And Lucien,
stupid soldier.
I guess the moral of the story is never turn your back on your enemy.
I thought the moral of the story was always drink a thing of water for every shot.
Yes, you should be doing that. I encourage it.
You're not my mom.
No, but I'm here to
queen
take
of
care of
Sundragon.
you
Are you saying
anyway.
you can't handle your drink?
Oh, I can handle my drink just fine. I handle it like an alligator.
More drink!
They're considered a fictional creature. And Lucien, roll me a Constitution save.
Okay, let me get my details.
And Gil's gonna have a little bit of fun, and he's gonna shout out into the crowd. Who wants to come beat the weak colonel of the Gyogres?
That gets the crowd's attention, and immediately you have a line of
Ooh.
contenders.
If he keeps not wanting, it's gonna be hilarious.
14 for my constitution.
You're holding your liquor decently well. I mean, you're not like the most sober person in the room, but you're more tipsy than you are
Are we
wasted.
supposed to roll for?
Yeah, I'll just say to my girl, just be like, I've been way drunker than this before.
Are we supposed to roll Constitution when we drink?
You don't have to, just if you want to. I would if it was like more of a like day-to-day kind of drinking, but here, since you're just partying overnight, I'll let you guys kind of be the judge of how drunk you are for the most part. Give you guys a bit more role play to work with. That being said, what's his for fun? Roll me athletics.
Is this gonna be like for how he does in general?
Yeah, this is just gonna be kind of a general, since he's probably gonna be arm wrestling for pretty much the rest of the night.
His arms are gonna be sore.
This one
Yeah.
is a 17.
All right, noted.
Given, I'm sure. I'm sure that's not an unfamiliar feeling for him, considering how he talks to women.
I'll say to Carol.
That was good.
I'll say to Carol, I still love you, Carol.
Yeah, we love you, Caro.
Carol just kind of waves at them.
She was having fun.
She's gonna teach me how to look for bugs. Can you imagine? Bugs.
You have a very good evil laugh.
Thank you.
Caleb,
character, by the way.
Caleb, you watch as What's-His is approached by a column of rather beefy-looking guys.
What did he roll, by the way?
What's-His rolled a 17, right?
Correct.
And the population of Chilblains rolled, I'm doing quick mental math here, a 22.
Damn.
What's-His? You do not win a single round.
Hey, think of it as for one, he can't feel it in his arms.
Like, come on, mate, stop, just stop, with every new failure.
Caleb's like, this is.
He might be losing, but he's building morale for the troops and citizens.
Yeah, I'll say.
That's right.
By the end of the night, when the party's starting to wind down, it gets to the point where, like, people who had or currently have the plague are able to beat you just because you're so tired.
Yeah, that you've still fucking arm wrestled with.
Hey, Tuco, over here.
Me?
No, I mean, we can arm wrestle if you want. That's not what I was going to ask.
Okay, thank God, no.
I'd probably squish you.
Yeah, exactly. I need these.
Yeah, no worries. I was just gonna ask, do you have anything that like makes it to where you don't get a hangover? I used to know some doctors who could do that. Can you do that? Give me some smelling salts or something?
No, it's not smelling salts. You see, what I'd have to do is and he pulls out like a vial of this. I'd have to stick it in your veins, right? And then I'd have to pump a whole fuck ton of this solution into you. And then you maybe won't get a hangover, but you will be very crossfaded.
Is that a no?
Experiment.
Yeah,
I like it.
Come on, give it a shot. No balls.
You know what? I will let you shoot me, rat man, shoot me.
That saying doesn't work in this context.
You all spend the night drunk, high, tired, arm wrestling, and partying like nobody's business as the town celebrates your saving of them, and Sundragon seems to greatly enjoy the festivities. As Zephyr, staying sober, you kind of watch over the party as they enjoy the festivities.
Kara also stays sober because she can't.
Taylor comes over to Zephyr one more time. Come on.
Just one drink, Zeffy. Come on. Don't be a stick in the mud.
Yeah, I know how to do. I know how to work with it. As I'll say at this point, what Tuco gave her is kicking in. She points to Zephyr and just, I know how to work. I know how to talk to his people. I'll give you money if you drink.
Okay, and
I won't talk to you for an entire day if you get drunk right now.
Oh my God, yes, yeah, we'll give you a get out of conversation free card. How about that?
Yeah. I love that idea.
Spellcasters in your army, Sundragon.
Hey,
Maybe one of them can cast a mute spell on Lucien as Zephyr drinks.
I can cast it on myself, thank you.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Effie. Yes. And you can see, while he's not drinking, he does look a little faded. And you said you had druids with you. Can they do that? Can they make things quiet? Thankfully, yes. All right, awesome. How about it, Zephyr? Get out of conversation free card, and I'll pay you. Join us for some partying.
Come on, Zeffy. For my birthday!
I mean, your birthday has very little influence, but
like I said, you gotta talk to him in his language. Watch, I'm fluent into Vadran.
Oh, okay.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
I feel like that's kind of. I feel like that's racist.
Racist? No, not really racist.
Lucien.
I'm not being racist, Caleb. I'm being observant.
Oh shit!
This just sends Lucien.
Hey, not all Tabajans.
You're right, you're adopted.
I mean...
Well, I was born there before I was adopted.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, man.
Technically, I was adopted as well, but, you know.
Oh, the better!
Yeah, but you've been with them since you were a baby, so it kind of doesn't count.
But, what and how much are you paying me?
I'm a queen. I have so much money.
Okay.
I also have a lot of money.
Yeah, see, now you're starting to learn it. You got it. And she kind of...
Anytime you want Zephyr to do something for you, you just pay him.
He's like a day-tailer.
What?
A day-tailer. It's what you are whenever you just go around doing random shit if people pay you.
Okay. Like a warehouse worker.
A what?
A slaver.
A what?
A slave.
Speak Yavik!
I don't think she understands.
Caleb is gonna look to Tuco. I don't think your remedy is working.
If I'm not speaking Yofik, I do slip in sometimes.
Anyways, you drinking or not, lizard boy?
Join
So
us.
you're implying a blank check right here for me drinking?
Yeah, I've agreed to stupider
you get
stuff.
Money. Yeah, you get money and silence.
Ugh, as long as it be enough.
Specifically silence from me, since I know you hate me and everything.
You just talk to me, as I mentioned before.
All the better thing, right?
You see, he doesn't hate you. You're just loud.
He does hate me. It's fine. I've made peace
They are
with
very
it.
loud. I've been around some loud people in my life.
I mean, I'm willing.
You think I'm loud? Wait until you guys really get to know Lucifer.
I'm not sure if I would even, like what you're offering.
All right.
So we're not good enough for him, okay?
Well, bartender, make sure the lizard gets the best stuff you got. Something nice and fruity.
Yeah, put one of those little umbrellas in it. That would be
the little
so
umbrellas
fun.
are so cute.
That's so cute.
Can I do a drunken history check to see if
What
Zephyr
are they
likes
even
fruit?
for?
Of what?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you that one as a freebie since you are brothers. Zephyr, do you like fruity drinks?
Zephyr has never drank before.
They like fruity things in general.
Fucking peer pressuring him into drinking.
Yeah, never.
As all friends should.
Yeah, they are. Are you really friends otherwise?
Yeah, right?
I mean, I do that all the time, right?
I do shit like that all the time.
I mean, fruity things? I mean, he's not opposed to it.
You like sweet things? Of course not. You probably like something spicy.
Wow, that was a lot of legwork you just did for that conversation, Lulu. Zephyr didn't have to say a goddamn word.
Holy shit! Tuco's just fucking dying in the back.
Lucien, you're not very good at this talking to other people thing.
Well, I mean, I don't mind trying it, but.
Yay! And she immediately goes to just order the best shit she can from the bartender. And the party is lovely. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, I wanted to do one thing before they all went to bed.
Well, we're gonna start at like the end of the party next week.
Okay.
Because I got a couple things once the cheerfulness. Well, basically once we're ready to segue back into gloom and doom plot shit.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I think that's a good thing to do.
The Strix's return.
Oh god.
The Strix's return and suck all of Jill's blood.
Not again.
Yeah. But no,
Oh my goodness.
they get a sample of all their
I was
blood.
getting so old.
If you want to see more of my DMing, check out twitch.tv/GrahamCrackers, GrameCrackerz, for my Friday campaign, The Goldshine Investigations at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time, featuring a party of investigators trying to unravel the cultish conspiracy that threatens their home. We're currently on our last run of episodes before the show comes to its conclusion, so if you're interested in seeing that, please make sure to tune in. Check out our website at officiald5hub.info, resurrected from the grave like a filthy necromancer celebrating her birthday with a bunch of drunks. Check out our link in chat to join our official D5 Discord server if you want to hang out with us directly, and support our episodes posted on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Google Podcasts, and the iHeart Podcast Network, wherever you happen to get them from. For our audio listeners, catch us live on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time on twitch.tv/Odd Tornado Productions. And check out Odd Tornado Productions on YouTube to catch up on what you may have missed. Check out Odd Tornado Productions Official on Tumblr to find links to our other works, including our Drunken Rogues Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Killer5. That is 5 with a PH. Don't get it wrong.
He's not drunk. He's just feeling it right now.
he's just feeling good. I'm not drunk, said the drunk.
Hey, no, he wasn't getting drunk.
No, officer, not on a Tuesday. It's a Friday. No, Friday, you mate. If you enjoy what we do, please support us on Patreon. That link's about to be posted in chat. Or on Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/oddtornadoproductions. And follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/tornadoodd. TNO are in fact capitalized. And if you want to see more of this party, plus or minus a few, tune in Mondays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time in all the same places to see our Monday game Under Locks and Keys, featuring a party of globe-trotting treasure hunters trying to gather the artifacts of the gods to open up a divine doorway. Could be a treasure, could be a curse, could be the preserved body of a Second Age warlord. Something like that. I think that's about it for me, though, so thanks everyone at the table so much for playing. Thanks everyone at home so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Oh, that's great.